it's your girl Mia. I'm back again with another video, and if you are new here, welcome. Thanks for clicking on this video. I've been seeing so many new people. I want to say thank you. I appreciate everybody who's sharing, who's liking, commenting, interacting with me, because I want to get to know y'all. Okay,
Yes, queen.
don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you get an update when I post the next video. So you know why you clicked on this video. I know why you clicked on this video. It's because you want either some tips on your first Brazilian wax, or you want to give somebody some tips on their first Brazilian wax from a licensed esthetician. So let's just hop right into the video. The first thing I will say about getting your first Brazilian wax, it's not as bad as you think it is. I swear everybody always overestimates the feeling and they think it's gonna be the worst thing in life. It's not like that. Every time, well, most times, when I wax somebody and they get up off of the table, they always say, hey, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. My friends lied to me. They just told me this, or that, or this. So I will say everybody does have a different pain tolerance. So it may hurt worse for somebody else versus how it feels for you, if that makes sense. When you are getting your wax, it is important to stay still.
Why are you running?
I know it's hard. It's easy to fumble around, you know, it's a different experience. The wax is coming up, the hair is pulling. You're like, what the hell is going on? But trust me, if you keep moving around, it's gonna be way worse than just sitting still, trying to keep your composure together and just like try to take it like a champ. Another thing that can help if you feel like you're just extra sensitive to pain and you have a really low pain tolerance is taking. This is my trick. Y'all, this is my trick, the secret.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You can take either 2 Tylenols, extra strength, or 2 ibuprofens 30 minutes before your wax appointment, and you will be golden. I promise you, you will be golden. You will be okay. The reason why I really know this is because I had somebody, she was a first timer, so it's her complete first time getting a Brazilian wax. She didn't know what to expect, like she didn't know what she was getting herself into basically. So she told me that she took 2 extra strength Tylenols before she came. She laid there like nothing was happening, like she was used to this, or she always got it, like it didn't even hurt to her at all. I was so shocked. I'm like, you're doing great for your first time, because I know the first time is the most intense time. Like people are just, they don't know what they're getting themselves into. So it's scary, your anxiety going through the roof, you're sweating, like it's just a lot going on for your first time. It can be very intimidating as well. The most important thing to do is to just breathe, take deep breaths. I promise you that helps. What really helps my clients more so is me talking to them and talking them through everything as I'm doing the whole Brazilian wax. I do that for each and every first time client that I've ever seen, especially if it's their first time, like in general, ever getting waxed. I just tell them what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I let them know what's happening. And if they have some skin issues going on in the area, I'll let them know, hey, I see this. Are you using anything at home? And recommend home care, because home care is really important when it comes to getting waxing and honestly shaving too. A good home care routine can definitely avoid any ingrowns from coming in. It avoids any type of issues that you don't want to have, especially ingrowns, because ingrowns are so painful sometimes and nobody just likes them. Nobody wants to deal with it. So gotta have a good home care routine. As far as home care goes, I always recommend that my clients exfoliate. Please, please, please exfoliate, exfoliate, exfoliate. So you don't want to overdo it. So I won't say exfoliate every single day, but at least every other day or 2 to 3 times a week typically. So this helps with removing the dead skin cells that just sits on top of the skin. It also helps with avoiding any ingrowns from coming in the area, any breakouts or anything like that. And it helps with the pain of the wax as well. So I know that sounds weird, but when you exfoliate, you're just getting rid of that top layer of skin. So anything that's blocking the hair from coming up from the root and follicle, exfoliating is gonna get rid of all of that. Sometimes you'll notice you'll have like little stubborn hairs that feel like they don't want to come up, and that's because you don't exfoliate or you don't exfoliate enough. So exfoliate, exfoliate, exfoliate. I preach that every single day. I promise. I preach exfoliating every single day because it's so important. Not just for that area, but really in reality, we're all supposed to exfoliate our whole bodies because it's all skin. Like there's dead skin everywhere. So really, you're supposed to exfoliate your whole body. Now, you will notice during your first wax a little bit of follicle bleeding, and follicle bleeding just looks like little dots of blood. It's not the end of the world. It's nothing bad. It's very normal. It just comes from the hairs being pulled straight from the follicle in the roots. Because I get this question all the time, all day, probably every day. Let's talk about numbing cream because sis, don't be out here listening to TikTok. No, numbing cream does not work for everything. Numbing cream only works for tattoos because they leave it on literally and they tattoo over the numbing cream. Numbing cream will not work for a wax. Let me say that again. Numbing cream will not work for a wax. Don't do it, especially if you're a person who really doesn't know how to use numbing cream and that will be your first time ever using it. Don't use it. Because I've had someone use numbing cream, they put it all on. It was a thick coat, thick layer, and they left it on them. So when it came to the appointment, they had all this numbing cream on, and I'm just like, help me today, Lord. It just causes a big problem for your esthetician or your cosmetologist or wax specialist, because when you leave numbing cream on, it just smears everywhere. Like it just spreads. It seems like it doesn't even come off clean. I cleaned the area numerous times and it was just like spreading like all over. I was like, this stuff does not want to come off. So if you are going to use numbing cream, at least just wash it off before your appointment. However, I will say it may not be effective. It may not be. I've had someone who used numbing cream, well, another person who used numbing cream, and she said that she felt everything on one side and then she felt nothing on the other side, and I'm just like, it's weird. Like, you rather just, at this point, you rather just be either completely numb or just feel everything. It's not worth the time, it's not worth the money, it's not worth the energy. Just go ahead, get your Tylenol or your ibuprofen that you probably have in your medicine cabinet at home, instead of like going out and buying a whole new product that may or may not work for you. Please be aware that before you even decide to get a wax, your skin may be prone to ingrowns. So if you decide to go get a wax after you quit shaving for a little while and you notice after your wax you have a few ingrowns, it could be because your skin is ingrown prone. If you received ingrowns while shaving and then you get ingrowns after waxing, your skin just very well may be ingrown prone, and it's okay. Like, people have to deal with imperfections. We're not perfect, but a good home care routine will decrease the chances of you getting ingrowns, and it helps them go away. So please find a good home care routine. it will be life-changing. Depending on where you go, there may be 2 different types of wax used by your wax specialist. It'll either be, well, really 3 types. It'll either be soft wax, hard wax, or sugar wax. People say different things about each wax. So soft wax is the wax that people use with the paper strips, and they apply the wax on it and put the strip on top and then rip it off with the strip. A hard wax is a wax that a specialist applies and they kind of like pick it off with their fingers. I don't know how else to say that, but like they take it off with their fingers and not the paper strip. And sugar wax is actually like real sugar. So it's a more natural style of getting the hair. And all of these options removes the hair in different ways. So soft wax, I feel like it's for more finer, thin hairs. Hard wax is the typical wax that is used for more coarse hair, really all hair types. Sugar wax is a more natural alternative. So they kind of boil the sugar up to it being kind of sticky and stretchy, and then they apply that, like they use it with their fingers. So they'll do like this and then apply it down and then do like this to like kind of pick it up. So my favorite option is really soft and hard wax. I feel like you can't go wrong with that. Sugar, I've never tried, so I can't discriminate, but I will say I've waxed people who's had sugar wax before, and their hairs did not thin out as much as it did with using the soft and hard wax. Even after your first wax, you will notice that your hair is getting a lot thinner as it starts growing back. It will not be as irritating, it won't be itchy, it won't be like a pain basically growing back like how shaving is. When you get a wax, you will be baby smooth. It won't be prickly like how shaving is. It'll be smooth for a while. Also, if you do decide a waxing is for you, or if you know that waxing is the way, then I would suggest asking questions if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that. I also suggest if you don't want to be completely hairless on the area that you're getting waxed, then you can also ask for a landing strip. You can ask for a triangle. Like, we can do that for you. Okay, that is all for today. If you think of anything that I may have missed, or you have any extra advice, any esthetician students, feel free to comment, share with your friends, share with your clients, and I hope this creates a better experience for everybody. Until next time.